In this video, I'm going to show you how I replaced the heating element for my Samsung clothes dryer. Here is the specific model and serial numbers for the Samsung dryer that I'm going to be working on. And as you're watching this video, if you find the information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here is a complete list of the materials and tools I used to complete this project. All right, so let's get started. First things first, make sure that you unplug the machine. Then move the machine away from the wall and disconnect the dryer vent. Now we're ready to start disassembling the dryer. Start in the back and you're gonna remove these two screws so that you can take the top off of the dryer. To remove the top of the dryer, you're gonna pull backwards to slide it off. It's on a set of slides, and so you just have to pull back on it in order to get this thing off. The next thing that needs to be removed is the control panel in the front of the dryer. At the top of the control panel, my dryer has these little white tabs to indicate all of the places where the control panel is kind of snapped into the dryer. When you release one of the fasteners, you should hear that little snap or clicking sound. And so I'm just trying to get my fingers underneath the control panel everywhere I see a little white tab and pulling upwards so that the fasteners unsnap. Again, you should hear a little clicking noise like this every time you unsnap one of these fasteners. Some of these tabs can be pretty stubborn, so keep pulling until you get them all unsnapped. So now just kind of pull up and forward in order to remove the control panel. You should hear some more clicks as it unfastens from the dryer. The control panel is powered from these two wires that connect it to the dryer. You're going to need to disconnect both of these. Now that the control panel has been removed, we can start removing the front cover of the dryer. You should now have access to 4 screws that run along the top of the front cover. Just go ahead and unscrew those. And then you're gonna open the dryer door in order to access 4 more screws that you're going to remove. And now we're ready to remove the front cover. In addition to the screws, there are also 2 tabs that are holding that front cover in place. They're located at the top of the cover. In order to remove this, I took a flathead screwdriver and pushed down on the tab until the cover was able to slide over top of it. And then do the same thing to the other side. Be careful when you're removing the front cover, go slowly, because just like the control panel, the front cover is also powered by electricity. It has a wire running to it that you'll need to disconnect. To remove the front cover, just pull straight up from the top. Now that we've opened up the dryer, this is what you should see in that space. The top piece is actually part of the casing that holds the heating element. And the bottom piece is like a metal bracket that supports the casing and keeps it in place. You'll need to remove both pieces in order to access the heating element. So in the next step, I'm going to show you how to do that. First, disconnect the wire that is right in front of the casing and the metal bracket. Next, there are 3 screws in the front, and those will need to be removed. There are also 2 additional screws in the back of this bracket. In order to access them, reach your hand back behind the frame, and those 2 screws are located at the bottom. They connect the bracket to the floor of the dryer. I don't have any video of me unscrewing these 2 screws because there was just no way that I was going to be able to get my camera back there. But this is what that framing bracket looks like once it's been removed from the dryer. The side that I'm holding is the front piece of the bracket. It's the part that you see when you're looking into the dryer. And that little lip is where the 2 screws were that you already removed. The back side of this frame has the exact same lip on it with 2 screws that go directly into the floor of the dryer. It is much easier to unscrew these 2 screws with a really short screwdriver. Another thing that helped me get these screws undone was to try and get both of my hands back behind the bracket. One hand would hold the screw while the other one would hold the screwdriver and unscrew it. Once you get those additional 2 screws out, now we're ready to remove the heating element from the dryer. However, there's a little piece of metal that has been folded and secured into a gap in the floor of the dryer. You just need to lift up on the frame in order to pop it out of this hole. Now you're just gonna start sliding that frame and the heating coil casing forward towards the front of the dryer. You're gonna need to keep moving this forward until you can see the inside of the casing. There is one more additional screw that is holding the casing onto that bracket frame piece, and it needs to be removed. At this point, the bracket should be completely unattached from the casing, so you can just grab it and pull it out of the way. Before you can remove the casing though, you'll need to disconnect each of the 6 wires that run to the casing. I found it helpful to disconnect these wires if I used a flathead screwdriver and use it to pry the wire upwards. Hold the wire in one hand and pull upwards as you also pry with the screwdriver to loosen up that connection. Repeat this process until you get all 6 of those wires disconnected. And then slide the casing out of the dryer. Okay, we're moving on to the next step. Inside of that casing is the heating coil, and so we need to open up that casing in order to access it. On the side of the casing that has the electrical components, you should see 4 screws that need to be removed. So take your screwdriver or a drill and get those out of there. And then flip this casing over on the other side and you should see 3 additional screws that also need to be removed. Once you get those screws off, you're gonna flip that casing back over to the electrical side and you need to remove 2 more screws. 2 of those electrical components each have 2 screws holding them in place, and you just need to remove 1 screw on each of those electrical components. Next, on my casing, there is a little tab of metal that has been inserted from the bottom to the top half of the casing and then folded over so that those 2 pieces remain together. You just need to grab a pair of needle nose pliers, grab that little tab of metal and twist it until it stands straight upwards. And then finally, you should be able to pull the top and bottom halves away from each other, open up that casing, and you should see the heating element inside of it. All right, it's time to remove the heating coil. The only thing that should be holding that heating coil in place is the 2 wires that connect it to the casing. There are 2 tiny bits of metal, like a wing almost, that's been folded down so that it catches the wire and holds it in place. You're just gonna grab your needle nose pliers again and very carefully twist those little bits of metal upwards so that it will slide through that little horizontal slot. And now finally, you should be able to remove that heating coil from the casing. And if you investigate the heating coil, you might be able to find the breakages in the circuit that stopped your dryer from being able to dry clothes. Also, there should be a model number that's stamped onto the heating coil. So if you haven't purchased a replacement yet, you can find this model number and then purchase the exact same one. All right, now we're ready to install the new heating coil. Lay that heating coil down on the half of the casing that has the white electrical component on it. Then you're gonna take your 2 wires and push them through those horizontal slots. Try to line up the screw holes on the heating coil with the screw holes on the casing as best you can. And then we're gonna take the other half of the heating coil and attach them together. Remember that you need to line up not just the screw holes, but those little metal tabs that are right above the white electrical component piece. And then get to work on screwing in those screws. And then flip the casing over, and remember there were 3 screws that held this side together. All right, once you have those 3 screws taken care of, you're gonna flip it back over onto the side that has the electrical components on it. And there are 2 screws that need to get screwed back in. There's a couple more things we need to take care of on this side. One of those little metal tabs need to be folded down. And lastly, we need to take these little wings, either from the left or the right side, doesn't matter, and we're just gonna fold one of them down to ensure that it stays seated where it's supposed to be and doesn't slide out. And then make sure that you do this to both of those prongs, the top and the bottom. And then we're moving on to the next step. We need to get this casing back into the dryer. Notice how the heating element is round on one end. That is the side that's going to be seated into the circular housing in the back of the dryer. If you look closely, you'll see there are 2 tabs towards the top of that circle. And this is where these 2 little notches in the heating coil casing are going to be seated. So take the circular end of the casing and slide it into the dryer. You want to make sure that the electrical components are facing upwards because you're going to have to re-secure those 6 wires that we removed when we were originally taking the casing out of the dryer. You're going to take that first set of wires and plug them into place. Remember that the way that you took the wires off is the way that you should put them back on. So make sure that the black and blue wires get secured onto the correct prongs. You really just need to push them down into place and then give them a quick tug upwards to make sure that they're properly seated and aren't going to slip off. Then you're gonna slide the casing further into the dryer and work on the next set of wires. Keep repeating this process until all 6 wires have been reconnected. And now it's time to get the bracket in place that's gonna hold the casing up where it belongs. There are 2 screw holes, one inside of the casing and one at the top of the metal bracket. You need to get these 2 screw holes lined up with each other so that you can screw them together. Here's another view just so that you can see a little bit better. And now you're ready to get this guy into place. So you're gonna grab the entire thing, the casing and the frame. You're gonna twist it and you're gonna finagle it. and slide the casing into that circular housing in the back of the dryer. Make sure that the notches are secured into those little tabs that we talked about earlier. Next, we're gonna get this frame seated a little bit better inside of the dryer by putting this folded metal tab that's in the front of the frame into a little slit that's in the floor of the dryer. And now we're just gonna replace those screws that we took out earlier. We're gonna secure the casing to the frame and also the frame to the dryer. Don't forget that there are 2 additional screws in the back of that frame. There are the 2 screws that are hidden from sight, and you have to basically screw them in without being able to see what you're doing. Here's a quick reminder that the 2 screws I'm talking about go into this little lip on the back of the frame. A couple of things that will help you out with this step is trying to use the smallest screwdriver that you can find. Another thing that helps is to find a way to comfortably get both of your hands back behind the frame. That way one hand can hold the screw while the other hand uses the screwdriver to screw it into place. And the last little bit of this step is to reconnect those wires that attach together right in front of the heating coil casing and that metal frame. From here, all you have left to do is reassemble your dryer. First, we're gonna work on putting the front cover back into place. Make sure you get the door properly resting on those 3 little ledges at the bottom of the dryer. You should be able to feel it when it's properly seated in place. Here is a top view of that front cover. Remember that you have to reconnect the electricity to the door. And then you have to push the cover forward so that it slides over the top of those metal tabs. There should be 2 of them that help secure it in place. Then you're gonna open the door on that front cover and you're gonna screw in those 4 screws that belong in those spots. And then you're gonna move to the top of the front cover and there are 4 screws that need to be screwed in here as well. Next, we're gonna work on reinstalling the control panel. There are 2 plastic arms that are gonna work as hinges. You're gonna insert these into their respective slots and then rotate upwards, but don't click anything into place yet, because you need to reconnect the electricity that flows into the control panel. There are 2 connections that you need to get secured. And then you just need to snap the control panel back into place. You should hear those lovely clicking noises when everything gets popped back in. The last thing to do is get the top cover of the dryer back into place. Remember that there are slides on that top cover, little groove that you need to slide right onto. And then at the back of the dryer, there are 2 screws that need to be screwed back in order to secure that top cover in place. Don't forget to replace the 2nd screw on the right side of the dryer as well. Now just reconnect your dryer vent, push your dryer back up against the wall, and plug it back in. Turn your dryer on, run it through a cycle, and hopefully this time your clothes will come out nice and dry like they're supposed to. And that's it. I wish you luck on all of the projects that you decide to tackle. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks.